Alright, let's do one more round of the hospital before we head back to town. The way the sunset reflects off of Lake Elm is gorgeous. I'm telling you, that sight is strong enough to make any stress disappear. Well, enough of that. It's time for me to start preparing for tonight's watch. Good luck, have fun. I'm glad Granny is doing alright. She even gets to leave the hospital soon. As soon as she can, I'll get Papa and Mama and we'll come take her home. Aw, what a sweet kid. Heading back already. If you're returning to Crossbell City, I recommend you wait at the bus stop right over there. No need to hurry though, there will be more buses coming before the day ends. Another 2-hour wait. I make meals for all the patients too, but it doesn't always go well. For example, yesterday, Mr. Gable spouted some nonsense in that private room of his. Give me a steak, medium rare. So, I accidentally blurted out that he should go to an actual restaurant if he wants something like that. As you should. I always pay attention to the nutritional value of my meals, so patients like him don't make it easy for me. That's when you just refuse them service. Oh wow, it's this late already. I think I'll stop by the reference room for a bit of last-minute studying before the lecture. I could have sworn that Chief Ursuline would be late today, but lo and behold, she somehow made it to work on time. Certainly one to mark on the calendar. With all the late-nighters she pulls for her research, she's hardly ever punctual. Well, she did spend all day sleeping, so... Installing that fence has really spruced things up around here, hasn't it? I guess I'll do my part and be on the lookout for monsters too. Good luck, have fun. Although, if they really did climb up the sides of the wall, there's still this stretch here that they could climb up. So, why wasn't the entire balcony cordoned off, is the question. I was all wrapped up with my cleaning for the day when I noticed this nasty little speck of dust. I just had to do another round. This is the women's dormitory after all. I've got to keep it perfectly spick and span for all these hardworking ladies. Aww. This is the prettiest sunset I've ever seen. Nice and refreshing. Achoo. No, I got snot on the sheets. Quick, Cerrone, what do you do? If Meifa finds out, she's going to lose her mind. Come on, Cerrone, what do you do? I wonder if Mr. Dyson would wash them for me in secret if I asked nicely.
Pretty sure that's why you cover your face when you sneeze.
Let's see here. I have some time before things get really serious, so I could go fishing. Though, I'd rather not get caught by Dr. Lago down on the first floor, which cuts my viable exit points down to 0. Ah, such a cruel world we live in. Fine, I'll give up for today and hole up in my lab. This doctor has a few screws loose.
That doesn't seem like something Lloyd would usually say. That seems like Tio's line.
Fishing is the staple of life, I'd say. Nothing refreshes you down to the soul like picking up a rod and casting it out into the blue. If I had time away from this limbo, I'd love to scour a crossbelt for the best fishing holes. After I lost my eyesight, my ears adapted and became very sensitive. Now, once I hear something, I can always recognize it.
Impressive?
However, I still don't know exactly what that weird whistling from before was. I'm sorry, that probably doesn't help you at all, does it? I disagree. We may not know how relevant the sound may be, but the more information we have, the higher our chances of success are. Also, we were able to find some new clues too, thanks to your sharp ears. Personally, I think this whistling will end up being crucial to our investigation. Really? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Please continue to do your best, everyone. I hope that sound I heard will help you somehow with your case.
Aww. Thank you. Poor kid. Stuck in here all day. So the buffoons running this place put up a fence to keep monsters out, did they? I'm glad they finally got it through their thick skulls. I'm to be protected at all costs.
Shizuku talks to me all the time about all sorts of stuff. Sometimes I wonder what it's like to not be able to see. I think it'd make you feel really alone sometimes.
Especially if your dad is always working too, right? I'm heading to room 202 now. There's a few more patients I have to check on. You aren't impatient, right? You'd best head home before it gets dark. Evening already? Well, when you sleep all day, you aren't going to see too much sun. That reminds me, Dr. Genter said, with luck, I can be discharged tomorrow. I can't say I'm excited for it, though. Just thinking about all the paperwork that's piled up while I've been MIA makes my head spin. Maybe I want to stay in bed a little longer. You'd think I'd be happy to get discharged tomorrow, but nope, I'm utterly depressed. 97.8 degrees. Everything looks normal. And next we have Lighten, I think. Man, you end up having so much idle time on your hands as an inpatient. What's taking her? Cerrone, how is it humanly possible to take this long to hang up some wet bed sheets? Oh, don't tell me. Did she get them dirty again? I had those things looking more spotless than the day they came in. Cerrone, I swear to Adios if you messed up those bed sheets. My oh my, the Tio I knew from years ago looks so very different from the one I see now. You've blossomed into quite the young lady. Are you heading back already? Please, stop by and say hello again if you get the chance. Lloyd, did you forget something? No, nothing like that, Cecile. I was just... Oh, could it be? Are you finally ready to break the news? So, tell me, out of Ellie, Tio, and Randy,
Who did you decide to date? You know full well that's not what I was going to talk about. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Lloyd, if something happens here again, no, just for any reason at all, come and pay me a little visit, okay? Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to bring Shizuku her dinner. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye, Cecile. My adorable granddaughter came to visit me, but I sent her back home before it got dark. Spending a little time with her cleared all the storm clouds away. Now I've just got to keep my head up and work toward my recovery. I banged up my knee, but considering how much I've improved today, the doctor said I might be able to leave soon. I can't wait to go home. That old lady could practically light up the room with how cheery she is now. Well, if having a healthy attitude really makes a difference, I ought to follow her lead. The sooner I get discharged from here, the better. Outpatient care has ended for the day. The roads get dangerous at night, so try to be quick if you're visiting someone, okay? I've heard that Dr. Gilly's son hangs out with an unsavory crowd. I really don't understand why, since he has such an amazing father. Guessing that's one of the kids with the testaments. Thank you for helping us set up the fence, officers. You were an incredible help. Hopefully, this marks the end of Monsters of St. Ursula grounds. Looks like everybody's gone home. Oh wait, was there another door? Aha. Oh, there was this entire area that we never knew existed. Ah, of course, if we were to use quartz in this and put it in there. She doesn't even realize we're here. Her concentration is impressive. Huh? Are my ears playing tricks on me? Oh well, not like it's my problem. Back to research I go. Interesting. Oh, if it isn't the grubby mustache himself. What do you want? Why, hello, Lago. I must say, that bald head of yours is positively shining today. It nearly blinded me, I'm afraid. My heart does certainly grieve for our interns. It's nothing short of a travesty for young talent to be taught how to operate by a man so eager to hack up our patients. Oh boy. In that sense, I'm envious of how effortless your job is. Rattling off some long-dead techniques from the church? That's all it takes, and you get to carry yourself around like a bona fide instructor. What? Say that again. I dare you. Looking for a fight, Lago? Well, these two clearly have a difference of opinion. Okie dokie. Doctors, please calm down. ICU Intensive Care Unit. Authorized personnel only. All entering are required to conform to sterilization protocol level 2 or higher. Interesting. Oh, elevator. Yeah. Okay then, should we wait for the bus? According to the schedule, one's supposed to come in 15 minutes. That's modern conveniences for ya. And they got 'em coming all the way till 11 p.m. The fare is really cheap, too. I recall that the city is managing the buses. Given the pricing and schedule, I can only wonder if they make a profit though. You have to remember that the hospital is important to everyone in Crossbell State. Given the high demand and room in the state's budget, they must have enough Mira to fund the service. That makes sense. Being able to visit the hospital this easily is definitely something to be thankful for.
Was this our bus, though? The fateful bus where we met Estelle and Joshua? Hey, no standing on the bus.
What a beautiful sunset. Yes, it is indeed beautiful. Almost overwhelmingly so.
Phew, after a day packed with walking around, this bus feels like a gift from Adios. Man, imagine if we got our hands on our own car. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. I think the investigative divisions use them though.
If I recall correctly, I believe that each 1st Division detective has a private car prepared for them.
Wow! And where do they get the money for that?
Seriously? I understand special treatment, but that just seems excessive.
Ugh, it's times like this that it really sucks to be the misfits. Well, it's no use wishing for stuff we can't get. Besides, traveling on the highway is pretty good training, don't you think? That's how Estelle and Joshua did it.
Though I am hesitant to agree, I can't deny it. I take it we will not be conducting any further investigations today, correct?
Yeah, we can make our way to Mainz tomorrow.
Like I said, let's head back for now and write up our reports. Roger. I think today was more exhausting than we were expecting.
You got that right, but man, it was all worth it to meet an angel like Cecile. Alright, next time I'm gonna get her to hit the clubs with me.
You're persistent, Randy, I'll give you that.
There's the wolf again. It might actually be following us. Lloyd and the others returned to the SSS that night and began compiling a report of the day's investigation. The newly found evidence, uncertainties, and theories were all discussed and organized for Sergei's convenience. And before they knew it, the clock had struck midnight. Once finished, they returned to their respective rooms, exhausted, and fell asleep.
Wait, Guy.
What do you mean you're gonna go on a trip?
Where are you even going?
The Principality of Remiferia. Don't worry, I should be back in a month or two. A month or two? Are you just gonna leave your kid brother alone? Might even be as short as 2 weeks, depending on how things go.
No, I get that, but... You're a CPD detective, aren't you? Is it really okay for you to leave Crossbell for that long?
Aw, what's with the long face?
Are you that sad your big brother's going away for a bit?
Poor little Lloyd. Are you gonna be lonely here by yourself?
Nuh-uh. I'm perfectly fine on my own. Why stop at 2 months? You can leave for 2 years for all I care. Aww, poor Lloyd. He doesn't want to admit he's gonna miss his brother. Whoa, relax. I was just kidding. You see, the truth is, I'm not going to Remiferia for fun. This is a top secret job, Lloyd. Sounds fishy to me. I mean, top secret? What kind of secrets are we even talking about? Lloyd was a funny kid. We could already tell. I knew you were going to ask that. Well, I can't dive into specifics, but I'm in charge of escorting this cute little girl back to her home. Huh? The girl and I are escaping to Remiferia, a beautiful northern country. So tell me, just how jealous are you? ... Okay, no more joking around. I asked the neighbors to look after you while I'm away. Make sure you get dinner and all that. Breakfast and lunch are your job, though. I'm not a kid. I can cook my own meals. Wait, that's beside the point. Cute little girl, just what exactly are you trying to pull, guy? What are you going to do if Cecile finds out about all this? Huh? What does Cecile have to do with any of this? What is she? Ugh, you're impossible. What could she possibly see in this massive idiot? Aww. Question mark. For your information, I've already discussed this with her. What? Yeah, there seems to be a little misunderstanding here, Lloyd. Even though I call it a trip, it's still very much police work. And the girl's only years old, you know. So she's basically a little kid, right? Nothing to be jealous of. We wonder if this is a trip that guy never came back from. And Lloyd's last conversation with his brother was essentially an argument. Not a bad argument, but Lloyd really likes his jackets. A dream. I haven't thought about that in forever. I must have been around 12 when that happened. Or was it 13? And if I remember correctly, after that... Lloyd speaking. Good, you're up. Have you finished that report yet? Yes, sir. Yesterday's investigation is all written up. Excellent. Now, round up everyone and come to my office. You have guests. The CGF? We're guessing? Excuse us, sir. Deputy Commander Bales. Man, how did I know? Good morning, you four. Morning, everyone. It's nice to see you, Deputy Commander. We thought our guest might be you. She just happened to drop by. Apparently, she wants to hear about how your investigation is going. Yeah, of course. But isn't this on pretty short notice? We still haven't even been able to investigate Mainz yet. I apologize, everyone. It wasn't my intention to rush you. The situation, however, has changed. More monster attacks? What do you mean? Up until yesterday, the Guardian Force was conducting regular patrols and providing security to Mainz. However, this morning it was decided that we're to issue a full withdrawal. Interesting. Because there haven't been repeat attacks? You're withdrawing the guardsmen. But it has only been 3 days since the last monster sighting. Correct. We had planned on providing security for at least another week. But the order came directly from the CGF commander. He claimed it was a waste of resources. He thinks protecting innocent civilians is a waste. I never liked that spineless kiss-up. You know him. Oh yeah, when I was serving at Belgard Gate, I saw him loads of times. Basically, he's top dog of the Guardian Force and buddy-buddy with some Imperial faction big shot. He's more a fan of whining and dining rather than actually doing his job.
So the rumors are true, after all. However, wouldn't the CGF pulling out this early present a problem? It would be too dangerous.
Yes, precisely. If the attacks were limited to one location, it might have been handed off to the guild. But unfortunately, the attacks cover too wide of an area. As Deputy Commander of the Crossbow Guardian Force, I can't turn a blind eye to this.
The problem is that we weren't able to neutralize the monster after 3 weeks of investigating. And despite the attacks happening all throughout Crossbell, the actual damages weren't all that serious. With that as pretext, the commander gave the order to cease all operations related to the matter immediately. So that's how it happened.
Oh, how rude of me. I still haven't introduced you yet, have I? This is Sergeant Major Seeker. She's young, but extremely skilled in both combat and operating orbital vehicles. She serves as my aide-de-camp.
I'm Noelle Seeker. It's nice to officially meet all of you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Hold on, you said your last name was Seeker. By any chance, are you related to Fran, one of the CPD receptionists?
I am. Fran's my little sister. What a small world. I'm glad to know she has such dependable coworkers at the CPD. I'd say she's the dependable one. She's really helped us out a lot already. Huh, so you're that Sergeant Major I heard so much about. Sergeant Major Seeker, the young guard who's become Tangram's shining beacon of hope. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I've heard about you too, Randy. The Belguard forces have had a lot to say. It's nice to finally put a face to the stories. Guess my reputation precedes me.
What kind of stories are we talking about? Primarily ones involving escapades with women, I assume.
Oh, Tio. You got me there. The guys were always jealous of my skills with the ladies. I mean, I would be too if I were in their shoes. I'll politely ask for you to leave things at that, Orlando. So as you may be able to tell, we found ourselves in a problematic situation. I think now your investigation may be our only chance of making it through this. To be blunt, I'm grasping at straws here. I need to know what you found out.
Of course. We were able to submit our report to the chief anyway, so we can brief you as well since you're here.
That's that then. Well, Sonia, what do you think of my rookies?
They've exceeded my expectations.
The legend of the Divine Wolves and how the culprits appeared on the roof of St. Ursula Medical College. What do you make of all this, Seeker?
Honestly, I'm surprised. I guess a trained detective is just able to spot things we couldn't.
It's more than simply their observations, Seeker. It's their entire deductive process. Very well, it's decided then. We're passing the baton to you. I'll entrust the rest of the main's investigation to a special support section. With you four heading the operation, perhaps new, unexpected leads may come to light. Understood. We'll continue our investigation as planned. Doesn't this mean we'll be going against the CGF Commander's orders, though? No. Not really. I mean, we're the CPD, so... Well, the orders I was given didn't specify to have you abandon the case as well. And if you happen to uncover a solid lead, it would give us more than enough reason to involve ourselves once more. Ah, loopholes. So I trust you have no objections, yes? None at all, ma'am.
Very clever, Deputy Commander.
Just so you know,
it seemed as if the monsters were able to predict our strategies and movements. Acting as a small team instead of a large unit is probably smarter. With luck, you may even be able to catch them unaware.
These must be some smart monsters. Or the people handling them. Right?
At least,
That's what I hope. Got it. Thanks for the heads up. If possible, I'd like to head over to Mainz ASAP. Yes, that would be for the best. If you uncover anything substantial, contact my office at Tangram Gate. Sergey, would you mind saving our other conversation for another day? No complaints here. Be careful out there, you got it? Don't go pushing your luck. You're one to talk. Seeker, let's go. Yes, ma'am. I'll be taking my leave. Bye. She sure is a busy woman. Yes, she is. Apparently, she oversaw the entire withdrawal of her troops from Mainz early this morning. A real shame she's at the mercy of that incompetent sleazebag boss of hers. Not only that, she's got to keep a constant eye on the Calvardian border. Basically, she's always drawing the short end of the stick. I can only imagine. By the way, have you known the deputy commander for a while? The two of you did seem quite comfortable with each other. Come to think of it, Deputy Commander Bales was the one who recommended me here in the first place. What kind of relationship are you hiding from us, boss? Calm down, she's just an old friend. More importantly, it's clear to me that your investigation yesterday really put you guys through the ringer. You still gotta head to Mainz, but don't tell me you're planning to hike all the way there on foot again. Hopefully not. We don't want to, but we're not holding out any hopes. Definitely not. Yesterday just had some, unique circumstances. We intend to take the bus today whenever possible. Oh, is that right? And here I thought you were following the Bracers' example. Oh no. That makes sense. Because they can't just have the bus break down every single time we need to take it, right? The first 2 times were forced upon us. So this time, we're choosing to walk. The Bracers' example. Yeah, what are you talking about? It's kind of their whole initiation thing. They have junior bracers tour the surrounding area on foot. That way, they build up stamina, pile up loads of combat experience, and, most importantly, get the lay of the land. 3 birds, 1 stone. That does seem pretty effective. Ah, that makes sense. No wonder they're so good at what they do. Perhaps that is what Estelle and Joshua were doing when we met them yesterday. So they've already started their tour of Crossbell then. How diligent of them. Those 2 have got an impressive amount of experience under their belts. How do you know? How do you know? I've even heard that they were a big part of the effort to fix that whole fiasco that happened in Liberal last year. The Liberal incident. That was when Orbital Power suddenly shut down all across the country. For real? That sounds pretty serious. If they're really that skilled, then it makes sense they were able to wipe out those monsters so easily. Here in Crossbell, they're no more than rookies, just like you. They might just surpass you before you know it though, so keep at it and try not to let them get too far ahead. If you take too long on this case, you can bet the guild's gonna swoop in. We'll get to the bottom of it, sir. Let's head to Mainz as soon as we're ready. If we leave through the north exit, the bus stop should be right ahead. Let's resupply and double check our gear while we're here. I also advise checking the terminal before we leave. Well, guess we better get going. Estelle and Joshua Bright, eh? They seem to have quite the history, those 2. Remember, if you don't work quickly, the guild is bound to get involved. You don't understand. We would love for Estelle and Joshua to get involved. And if that doesn't sound appealing, you'll just have to work harder. Is he trying to encourage us? I can't quite tell. Well, break a leg. Heck, maybe 2. Oh, that's a lot. Alright, let's... Oh. Okay. We already reported those. We have to do this now. Apparently. Maine's Mountain Path Monster Extermination. A dangerous monster, Fall Eagle, has been sighted on the side of Maine's Mountain Path. We ask that the Special Support Section deal with this threat swiftly. Monster specializes in blinding attacks. Alright. My apartment complex, Mason Imelda, is crawling with monsters. I request aid from any capable exterminators. Please make haste to my antique shop in the back alley. Okay. So this is the place that's closed down. Was it closed down because of the monsters? She seems like the type of person, though, that could get rid of the monsters herself. Somehow. I'm urgently requesting help with inspecting the train bound for the Empire. I'll take all the help I can get. I'll be waiting inside Crossbell Station. Alright. Do we need to talk to somebody about this? No, we just have to get rid of it. Okay, okay. Do we have any food for Kope? We cannot let our kitty mascot go hungry. Okay, answer's no, apparently. Wait, didn't we have fish? Yeah, we have... No, not hungry? Alright. Let's finish our quests before we leave town. Oh hey, you're those SSS guys. Sorry, but you were too slow. Question mark? Huh? Too slow about what? Well, we found a kitten that was lost earlier. But this bracer girl that was passing by happened to see what was going on and solved it like it was nothing. She was with this black-haired guy, and they managed to find its owner in no time. That's a bracer for you. I've never seen a girl that cool before. Could those bracers be Estelle and Joshua? They sure managed to pull the rug out from under our feet. There's no point in relying on our city's police department, huh? At least we've got reliable bracers on our side. That bracer girl was so cool. She told us a lost kitty is nothing. I've saved a ton of them in my time. That's nice. You can always count on those bracers. I heard that the Guardian Force was mobilizing their troops, but why? Has there been turmoil at the border? Oddly enough, the news hasn't bothered to cover it. Interesting. How's your hunt for the ingredients going, Lloyd? We might have enough. We don't know. Did someone order fish fillets and monster eggs? Thanks, you guys really saved my hide. I knew I could count on you, Lloyd. You've always had my back when I've been in trouble, ever since we were kids. You're telling me Lloyd's always been like this. Figures. I assumed he was, judging by his overly soft-hearted nature. Let's cut him some slack. We are talking about Lloyd Bannings here. Aww. I don't know what I did to deserve these backhanded compliments. Come on, listen up. They're saying you're a good guy, that's all. Oh hey, you should try out some of the bread I baked today. Consider it on the house today. Appreciate it, Oscar. We'll make sure to pick out a loaf later. We're going to head out now. Good luck with your apprenticeship. Don't eat it. It'll be a piece of cake. Not a slice of bread. You guys really saved my skin today. Go ahead and grab any loaf that catches your eye. It's my treat, of course. Thanks, Oscar. I think we'll just have to take you up on that. For real? Makes us sad. We were lied to. I finished baking today's bread. Would you like to try it? All these empty promises. Oscar is one of the most gorgeous guys I've ever seen. He's like a whole meal. He's got so much more than just his looks, too. He's like a ray of pure sunshine and never seems to let anything faze him. It almost feels like a waste for him to be stuck inside this bakery, when the sky's the limit for him. Oh, but don't get me wrong, he's still super duper charming as a baker all the same. Oscar's as popular as ever with the ladies. So that's why she really comes here. Hey, I heard all about how you guys gathered up some much-needed ingredients for us. Excellent. Thanks for really lending us a hand. Now we can focus all our attention on baking. No problem. Don't hesitate to contact us if you need any more help. We won't even break a sweat. That sounds promising. You all seem like a dependable bunch. Alright, I may just have to take you up on that in the future. I've been entrusting our monthly signature creations to Oscar as of late. He has raw talent. Sure, he puts in the work, but above all else, he has an extraordinary feel for the craft. I don't think there's anything else I can teach him. Did you know that there are various types of manufacturers of orbital cameras? If they happen to pique your interest, I'd highly recommend the ZCF series. They've got a practical and easy-to-use design, so those babies are a solid choice for beginners and pros alike. Alright, let's visit our lawyer friend. Mr. Grimwood, you know last month's big case. The payment we got doesn't line up with what we initially wrote down. Oh, that one. The client was in a bit of a pinch when it came to financial security, so I gave him a discount. So he paid you less than you guys agreed upon? Huh? Again? Sir, we'll end up in the red if you keep doing that. You don't say. Sorry, Pete. I'll try to cut back on the discounts in the future. You say that, but I know you're not going to change, sir. How can you be a lawyer and be so ignorant about finances? Oh, has that really happened before? In that case, I deeply apologize, Pete. That was quite a blunder on my end. So, either he really just wants to help the guy out, or he's embezzling from the company. Like, they agree on a price. Then the client pays the full amount. But then, when he does his accounting, he claims the client didn't pay the full amount, which leaves him with a chunk of money that he can do whatever he wants with. Maybe he's using it to bribe people. We don't know. There's been times when you've completely forgotten to collect your pay at all. I'm getting tired of it, to be frank. This poor kid. Why would the client agree to that price if they couldn't actually afford it, right? We're essentially suspecting everybody at this point. Hello, Ren's mother. I usually hold a cooking class on this day once a week. Well, I call it a class, but it's really just an excuse to get the neighbors together and have a bit of fun. In any case, I need to get all the prep work done first. It's nothing extravagant, but everyone in the neighborhood really seems to enjoy it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to continue with my prep work. Oh, hi! I like to help out with cooking. Where is your husband? Alright, we have completely forgotten what all we were supposed to be doing.
Looks like tickets for Arkansas's new show are going on sale next week. I'm drooling just thinking about getting my hands on them. Hey, Portia, you're drooling a little over there.
Every single time, Lloyd. Any new gossip for us?
Word is that group of Easterners, Hey Yue, has started laundering mirror throughout the city. Recently, they've been continuing to steal away Ravach's sources of revenue as well. Given how things stand, it's only a matter of time before an all-out war breaks out between them.
We knew we could count on you for the gossip.
Ravach is one of Crossbell's biggest trade companies, so I doubt they'll let this slide for long.
That's not good.
Last night, I was assigned to entertain some Republican faction bigwig. It's great and all that they're rich, but man, I'm beat. Maybe I'll go recharge by soaking in Eric's beautiful, calm face.
What kind of business do a bunch of cops like you have with us?
Get the heck out of here already.
Yeah, okay.
I accidentally started talking to one of those black suit guys walking by just now. They glared at me with the eyes of the devil. Those guys are just as scary as they seem.
So you came, after all, Special Support Section.
Good morning, ma'am. You must be Imelda.
Indeed I am.
I see quite a few youngsters have come to help, eh? Let me get a good look at you.
Imelda began to analyze each member from head to toe.
Wow, is it just me or is her face massive?
What? Wow, that's rude.
Lloyd, shush. But I will say, she certainly has quite the presence. Not that that comes as a surprise. She's practically a cross-balance celebrity. Excuse us, Imelda. Your support request mentioned that monsters are running loose in your apartment complex, right?
And ain't it right here in the city? That could turn ugly real quick.
It certainly could. She does not seem very concerned, does she?
This lady's got nerves of steel.
So, kids, will you take care of them?
Sure.
Wonderful. Shall we talk business then?
Sure. Could you give us the details?
Well, as I'm sure you know, I own quite a bit of land and property in the city. The apartment complex in question is called Mason Imelda, named after yours truly. It's in the downtown district, in a spot that's a bit tucked away. In the downtown district, huh? I'm sure it's a mess. Leaving a place like that unchecked, it's no wonder you ended up with a monster problem. Exactly right. Those pests never fail to crawl out of the woodwork the second your back's turned. If you don't tidy up the place, I doubt the property will last another week. All I ask is that you go in, track them down, and evict-cerate them. Simple as that.
Evict-cerate.
Yes, ma'am. It sounds just like another straightforward extermination for us.
There's gotta be something up with this.
The situation could escalate if we leave them be. Let's make sure we are thorough. I suppose I should give you this, too. Thank you, ma'am. Downtown district, then.
Uh-huh.
There are monsters loose in my downtown district apartment complex, Mason Imelda. You'll know it when you see it, I'm sure. Now, go exterminate every one of those pests for me, okay? Don't let me down, Special Support Section.
Interesting. Alright, There was the monster request. And an inspection. Oh, right. Crossbell Station. We should definitely at least pick up the quest before we forget. Because we will forget. Wow.
The station never fails to amaze me. Has it really already been a month since I stepped off that train? Wow. Time really flies, doesn't it? Now, I believe the station's inspection officer was the one who submitted this request, right? Yeah, let's go ask him about it.
It's one of these people. Probably not him, though.
I lost my ticket while on the train coming from the Republic. I really hope the station attendants will have mercy on my scatterbrain.
Good luck.
I'm more of an airship girl myself. Unfortunately, you won't find nearly as many flights to get you where you want to go as you will train rides. So, we airship girls make do. I'd love it if the airliner between Erebonia and Crossbell flew more frequently.
There's a certain elegance in leaving Erebonia by train.
On the other hand, my airship ride to Remiferio is quite the thrill as well. I suppose they both have their own unique charms, don't they?
Honeymooners?
Thank you very much for your continued patronage. The station gets crowded after the trains arrive, so please watch your step. Oh, excuse me. Question mark? I was distracted by the Crossbell Times article I was reading. Are you here about Quattro's request? He's waiting for you in front of his office. It's upstairs and to the left.
Thank you.
Loads of people from the Empire and Republic pour into Crossbell from the station each day to visit, and their mark definitely shows. Just look at our stores and architecture. With all that's gone into shaping Crossbell City, you can say it's the cultural melting pot of Zemuria. You know, I wonder what the city was like when it was founded. I heard that hot springs work miracles for the hips, so I've decided to venture over to Calvert to see for myself. I know these old hips of mine are looking forward to relaxing in the warm, soothing water.
Okay, good luck, have fun.
Thank you very much for your continued patronage, everyone. In addition to selling tickets, I'm also happy to walk you through how to use them if you're having trouble. Feel free to talk to me if you have any questions. I'm in charge of the intercom announcements too. If you have any questions about the railway, feel free to hit me with them.
You know what? We're betting Estelle fed Kope. That's why he won't take our fish today.
We provide food and beverage services on our trains for your convenience. There's no better way to spend a long train ride than feasting on our incredible refreshments. Looks like we're behind schedule. Excuse me, but are you the inspection officer? We're here regarding your support request.
Ah, so you're the special support section then? About time. My name's Quattro. I'm here on assignment from the Imperial Army to work as this station's inspection officer. If you don't mind, I'd like to cut to the chase. Will you accept my request?
You can count on us, Quattro. Could you talk us through the specifics?
Very well. But then again... Question mark?
Is something wrong? Not necessarily. I just wasn't expecting to have to rely on such young people for assistance. Though, I suppose it's better than if no one had shown up at all. The heck? We offer up our help in his hour of need, and this stuck-up old geezer decides to talk down to us.
You say something, Red?
I would advise you not to pay him any mind. Just to clarify, you submitted a request asking for assistance in an inspection.
That's correct. A train bound for Erebonia will be arriving any second now. I want your help in inspecting the interior of said train.
And by inspection, you mean...
We'll be looking for any passengers or luggage considered too dangerous for Erebonian territory, correct? Some banned books, maybe? Precisely. I don't normally have to do this on my own, but I woke up to a torrent of sick leaves this morning. That's why I had to issue a request for outside help.
That makes sense. Conducting an inspection like this alone would take way too long.
Glad you understand. That makes things easier.
The Erebonia-bound passenger train will soon be arriving at Platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board the train make their way to the platform.
There it is now. Once we're on the platform, I'll delve into the specifics of the job. Now, follow me.
This wasn't exactly what I had in mind when we got this request.
I can't stand this dude's high and mighty attitude, but... he's in a bind. Let's give him a hand.
It's settled then. Shall we head down to Platform 2?
Welp, guess we know what we're doing next time. Looking for contraband, you know? Books that Erebonians should not be reading. All that.